Hello, campfloor, and welcome to the last evening. It's not the last evening at all. That's a lie. The last event of today. This is your all-access pass to murder on the camp floor. Aptly named because today I'm joined by debut author Ava Eldred. Welcome to the camp and welcome to our conversation.
Thank you. Thanks for having me. I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm amped. I've been here all day. It's a great day. We love it here. We're all just like amped on sugar and it's fantastic.
As
we're
you
not here
should
to talk about me. We're here to talk about you and your amazing debut book, which I have here in proof form. It was so much fun. It's a beautiful proof. It's shiny. It's everything you want. It doesn't give too much away. It's great. I've had such trouble reading. Well, it's actually a privilege for certain people, like they're just for special people. Ego, sorry. But yeah, so this is one of the few books I've actually managed to read this year. Reading has been
I'm honoured.
Me very hard, and for a lot of us, yeah. So I actually flew through this and was like, this is exciting, and it has inspired this whole event and what is to happen in the hours to come. So let's get into it. Before we talk about the actual book itself, I would love to hear about how you fell in love with books and your reading journey.
That's a really hard question because I can't remember ever not being in love with books.
I know what you mean.
The honest answer, really, but I think probably the answer is The Witch. And the sad news about Jeffrey this weekend makes that very timely. It's a reference, but yeah, I think it was The West Witch. I mean, some of my friends still call me Mildred after Mildred Hubble because one, I'm a mess, but two,
do you like that? Are you happy with that?
I absolutely love it. Of course,
she was the best though. We all felt like Mildred when she flew up on the broom and she fell off the broom. I was like, that is just me.
Metaphor for life.
I'm okay with that. I remember having the book, that old blue copy as well. It was that really old, beautiful silhouette.
Yeah. So I think probably that, and then I just never really stopped.
Amazing.
Which is, I'm sure, a very boring answer, but yeah. I've always.
Hey, I think we've all had very similar journeys.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I grew up listening to cassette tapes because that's how old I am, showing my age. And I feel like I used to go to bed and I would always listen to a cassette. I'd always go to a shop and buy something that was a book that I could read and listen to, and it would just grow from there.
I love that. I'm that old as well, so
yeah. Exactly. I think we'll be good here. This is going to be great.
Yeah.
So you love reading and you carried on reading. Where did the writing come into it?
Do you know what? I feel like for quite a long time I resisted the writing thing because all of my teachers were like, oh, you're going to be a writer. And I was a stubborn child who didn't want to do what my teachers were telling me to do. So I didn't for a really long time.
Nice.
And then I started working in theatre for a producer. And a friend of mine, so that was when I was a bit younger. And a friend of mine is a composer and we had a meeting about me maybe producing his show. And I went into that meeting and said, who's written the script? There wasn't one. I was like, okay, well, I can do that. I'll try. Yeah. And that's sort of really where it started from. But I was going to say I learned very quickly that writing theatre is not for me. That's not true. It took a long time and a lot of pain and hardship, I suppose. But I did that for a little while and then sort of reached a point where it was like, right, I know I want to write a novel. Why am I putting this off? So I did.
Yeah, just do it. And here we are.
Here we are. Literally, yeah.
Where did the spark from this come from?
So I love boy bands. I really love boy bands. And I sort of...
Any in particular you'd care to mention?
I feel like that's a loaded question.
It really is. I'm not ashamed of it either.
I don't know what you want me to say. I feel like
this is an honest conversation.
When I was younger, it was Hanson.
Pops all around us, okay.
Yeah. And more recently, One Direction.
I have been reading about you in your One Direction. Let's not say obsession. Let's just say appreciate. Let's call it an appreciation of One Direction.
Where have you been reading this?
You said it in some of your other interviews. Okay. You said that you used to go around the fandoms and you used to like sneak around.
Yeah, I mean, I was a little
just very curious what that meant. What did you do?
I just all I mean by that is you just made it sound way creepier than it was.
Yes. Have that effect. I'm so sorry.
It just meant. Do you know what? That came from my sister, who she knew I wanted to write about boy bands. It had been quite a long time since I'd been involved in any sort of fandom. She liked One Direction before I did, and said, "This is where you need to be looking." So I can't quite remember how I found people, but I started following people on Twitter who were like One Direction fans and just sort of watching them.
No, I mean, we've all done that. No, that sounds weird. I used to work in a bookstore, and I think One Direction really brought back the idea of fandom and a collective of people, because it hadn't been around for so long.
Do you know what?
And they used to bring out the...
Go on, carry on.
Oh, you go.
I was going to say, I really feel like, and I mean this genuinely, they changed what fandom can be. A lot of that was 100%. The timing. The time that they came out, and what the internet was doing at that point was a lot of that. But I really, really think, like, because of them, fandom will never be the same. And that's amazing.
100%. It definitely had like staggered beforehand, and then suddenly it was just here again. Because they used to bring out those dreadful annuals every like Christmas or every year. And I remember there were a group of girls in my Waterstones who sat down and they were in a circle and they were reading this annual, and it was like Harry likes girls with blonde hair or something stupid that it said, and they all just went, oh, and I was like, half of you have brown hair anyway, like. But they all felt connected to this this matter, and they were so like involved in it, like it had never been before.
Yeah, I feel as well though, like this is probably, well, I mean, it's definitely not the case, but you feel like you can talk to these people now because you can like go on their Instagram story and send a reply, and they're never going to read it probably. You've said that thing you need to say, and I think there's like power in that, really.
I've had like semi-celebrities like some of my statuses. I'm like, they have seen me, I am validated. And I'm just like, this is the best day ever. Like, you get like in your tweet, you're like, I can stop like
Jojo liked your tweet before.
Yeah,
that's amazing.
Like I am now famous. Like, I could be making that up completely.
You and Jojo are like best friends.
Like this. And like Leanne Rhymes, I think at one point did, and I was like, the day is made, and I'm like, I can go home now. I'm good.
Okay.
But I feel like we're so much more connected now to everybody and everything that it means that like we can really embrace our fandoms without not necessarily like being ashamed of it, but like just really go hard for it.
Yeah, and this was like,
I think
this was like sort of the other point I was trying to make. I think that like it's not just about being connected to the people you're a fan of. Being connected with other fans has never been like it is now either. It's like you can log on to any number of websites and find your people, really, and that's amazing.
Yeah, I think that's one of the really like stronger aspects of your book. It's not just about the boy band and the merger. It's about the friendships and how that friendship is not just linear. It's a journey. You go through peaks and troughs and good days and bad days, but like at the end of it, the friends are always still there.
Yeah, and I think as well, one of the other points that I really wanted to get across is that fandom friendships are real friendships. So they have all of those like low points as well. It's not this sort of surface level thing where all you ever talk about is One Direction, let's say. It's a real thing.
Oh, 100%. I think a lot of us have like developed friendships from that. Like even like within the book community, we found people in safe spaces, and we make friends. That's how we all the guys that are doing this are friends. As a result, we've met each other at different times and like come together. That's amazing. Have you actually made friends from your stalking?
Yeah.
So I'm going to call it stalking now.
Oh, all right, cool. Yeah, I have. So some of my oldest friends are people I met because of boy bands when I was a teenager. And now in the later years, I guess you've probably read this in one of my other interviews as well, but I love saying it. I don't know what it is about Harry Styles, but so many of his older fans are brilliant writers. And having found that community of people who write and love him has been like a joy that I never really expected. I wasn't looking for that, and I found it. So
there's also a lot to be said for Harry Styles. Harry Styles now, because he's changed so much since like having joined One Direction. He's gone on this journey, and I feel like in the last year, 2 years, suddenly everyone just went Harry Styles, and suddenly everyone is now converted.
Yeah, like, me included, really.
We're all converts. Same. No, like before I was a bit like, no, I'm good, it's fine. Now I'm just like, yeah, okay, I get it. This is cool. How do I be friends with him? Like, how does this work?
Like in the early days, they were children and I was not. Now it's like they're not children anymore. So now I can.
Yeah. Now that was the whole Cheryl Cole thing. Cheryl Cole and Liam met when he was like what?
Yeah, like a child.
Sidebar, but like you're like, hey, but like. So I find really interesting, in the same way that One Direction were put together, they were effectively created as a brand. Yeah. You, in your book, have made a boy band, a completely fictional, I assume they're fictional, Little hiding somewhere, boy band.
Oh,
like,
wish.
How do you...
There they are.
Like, here we go. One night at campfloor. Like, how do you go about creating a boy band from scratch, effectively?
Interesting. That's a really good question, because they're definitely not based on anyone real. I feel like not really.
Let me be that surprised. I apologise.
No, it's fine. I feel like, and elements of their behaviour are based on things that real boy band members have done. But I feel bad saying that, because some of them, the fictional boy band, are not good people. So I'm not going to tell you who.
So part
you know what? I think a lot of it came from watching how other fans react to the people they're a fan of. It sort of was built from that, fan reactions, rather than who these people actually are, because I don't know who those people actually are, because I don't know them. And I think that was another important point I was trying to make. Like, you can't ever know these people, and because the book is from Harry's point of view, all we can actually see is her perception of who these people are. Is that who they really are? Probably not, really. So yeah, it was mostly built on fan reactions.
I think it's interesting what you said about Harry and how she perceives, because we all like a really good idea of that is like Jessie from Little Mix, who has obviously spoken really openly about how she feels, but we all see one side and she obviously feels a completely different side, and that's so interesting to play that out. What I loved in your book, and what also just confused me the heck for a while, this is not a spoiler, I don't think, at this point.
I know what you're going to say.
They're like stories within stories. They're like, okay, cool. And it happens again, you're like, huh. You have to piece together what's going on. So I think it was a really interesting perspective to have those kind of like fantasies thrown in. Because we've all been there. We've all imagined that like we would go and meet like the person that we idolize, and it would be like we're best friends. It probably would never be.
But that's the thing, isn't it? Like, until you actually meet those people, which in the end she does, is a fantasy. Even if you don't necessarily recognize that, it is.
Have you ever met any of your like idols, or somebody that was like peak fame?
Do you know what? Once I was walking down the street in London quite late at night, and I bumped into Zayn. When I say bumped in, I mean crashed into him. But I didn't really care about One Direction at that point. Yeah, literally, my nose like bashed into his arm. And then I was running for a night bus, so I just like ran past him. And now I'd be like, that's so cool. But at the time, I didn't really care. But no, I haven't.
I respect that. I was in a club once and I was dancing quite, let's just say vigorously, to a Jennifer Lopez song, of all things. And I hit someone and I was like, oh, I'm so sorry. And it was Sam Smith. And I was like, oh.
Amazing.
Okay. And I just kind of turned around and just carried on because I was like, what do I do? Okay. You just keep going.
Double down. Just keep going.
just keep whacking my arms about, like, oh gosh. It's weird because like you forget that these also there's real people who go out and they go to places that we might go to, and you might see them all merge with them, apparently in your case. There is a murder. It is about, I mean, it's in the title. There's definitely a murder in this. How did you go around kind of piecing those bits together? Do you have like a planner? Do you just make it up as when, getting crazier and crazier?
I'm not a planner at all, which I think probably everyone who works with me hates, because I just write it and sort of piece it together later, which means there were quite a lot of drafts where it was like, yeah, but why is this happening? I didn't know until very late.
Why?
Yeah, why? I always knew who did it. And I always knew who didn't.
Always good to start off with if it's a murder.
Yeah. Actually, I changed the victim. The person who is murdered was not always. Yeah.
Oh. That would change. That would just change everything. So my mind's just remembering everything, and I'm like, wait, that one didn't change that, didn't change that, and that scene would change.
Yeah. Ooh. So yeah, a lot of the pieces were kind of came quite late because of that. Then it was like, right, now I know who's dead, how, who did it, who didn't do it, and I kind of worked backwards from that.
Amazing. That's really interesting. I was sitting there reading it, being like, I wonder how you didn't decide all of these things, and then everything falls into place. Was it a fun experience to write? It sounds like a weird question, but like, did you actually enjoy kind of, or was it like more of like a puzzle?
No, do you know what? It was the easiest thing I've ever written in my life. I feel quite bad saying that because I know it's meant to be hard, but it wasn't. It was an absolute joy.
It's not meant to be hard. Loved it.
Well, no, yeah, true. Yeah, okay. No, it was great because it was. I think maybe because I don't plan, I was just sort of writing and going through it, having to trust that in the end it was all going to come together, which thankfully it did. It was so much fun. Loved it. I mean, everything I've written since. So the first draft took about 6 months.
Okay.
And then the edits took about just under a year. It really was until the very last point it was changing. But then final sort of proofread where they send it to you and say, we think this is good. Are there any more changes you want to make? I made 468 changes and then finished that and thought, right, that's the book. And I knew that was it. Happy.
Which is like, actually, guys, here's a new book that I've actually written. Let's do this first.
Yeah. Everything's changed.
I think that's part of the process of going through, especially with like a mystery. You kind of keep guessing and like you're judging. You're going to say, how can I do this different or better and make it mine? And it becomes something, its own like entity. It just takes off.
I mean, the other thing with a mystery as well, there can be a little tiny plot hole. There just can't. Someone's going to find it. Even until like the last draft, we were finding little things that just didn't quite add up. It took as long as it took because you've got a paper over every single one of those cracks.
This is actually an intervention because I have some questions, I have some subtractions I'd like to make, and I'm trying to read everything, but this doesn't make any sense. Can't imagine. Wouldn't.
Oh my God! Don't say that.
I'm joking.
If you're not joking, tell me after.
I'll send you my list privately. When you were creating the band and the boys and you kind of put it all together, like, did you create like a backstory for them? Did you create like a history? Like, do you have their next like 4 albums planned? Like, how far did you go into that like narrative?
While I was writing it, not actually that far. So I know how they were formed, sort of everything that's happened to the point of the book. Then it ended at the book ends. Since then, I mean, there was a little bit of thought in my head about, shall I write a sequel? No, I shouldn't. That's not a thing I should do.
Yeah.
But
no.
There was like, I mean, yeah, now I know sort of 5 years into their future what happens, but that wasn't part of the plotting really. I knew where they came from.
Okay. So it wasn't like, did they talk about Audi or Tesco? Sort of like debates in your head.
Not for the boys, because that's not the kind of thing that the girls will know. What's the answer? Tesco.
The point of the book is the girls are so aware they would follow every step, so therefore they would know if they were Audi or Tesco shoppers.
They think they know. They don't.
Okay, yeah, fine. Okay, I'll give you that because it's your book.
Thank you. No, so I mean, I think I was quite. I was going to say, I think I was quite aware that. I mean, I've forgotten what this sentence was going to be.
I'm just very aware of everything.
I was very aware of the fact, you know, we think that and what they actually know are not the same thing. And what I wanted to know as a writer is nothing more than what Harry and Jack can know.
Really
obviously, I made them up.
Well, yeah, but you leave yourself a bit in the dark in the sense that you're trying like second the character that you don't necessarily know about yet, and that makes like Harry and Jazz's journey really interesting because that's part of the reason they could have ended up like falling out, I guess, at one point because they just have this conflict of like.
I think as well, something that I was quite aware of was not physically describing them, boys, because I really wanted people to be able to project whoever they wanted onto them and make it very clear that it's
super evocative to like have that your own idea, especially with this kind of book. Like you project what you wanted to see as the boy band,
and you know that's what people do with boy bands. You project onto them who you want them to be. I wanted to do that.
Does that mean you were writing One Direction or Westlife?
Neither. Stop trying to get me to no, they're not based on real people.
I think I'm trying to remember who I was imagining. I feel like I had this like weird like Jonas Brothers mix in my head at the time. I'm not sure why.
That's very interesting. I think really a lot of people, right. So when I was writing it, I was very aware not to say who I was a fan of really, because I didn't want people to project what I was saying onto the characters. So many people, when they've read it, are like, it's about One Direction, isn't it? I'm like, it's not. No. I can see why you think that. And no, I'm a fan of One Direction.
I never got that.
Oh, good.
I never got that. I like my boy band, like sort of like the more like busted sort of boy band. I don't know why.
I like that. Like, no, that makes complete sense to me. Yeah, that makes complete sense to me.
I mean,
weird Jonas Brothers, I love that.
Yeah, it was like an alternate Jonas Brothers that like had fluffy hair and just like really like kind people. That also can be a bit of like a bit of a because like obviously there's a murder. You got murdered.
Yeah, I think they're good intentioned. They sound good.
We all are, aren't we?
Yeah, exactly.
Just throwing myself in, I'm just like writing myself out. It's great. So you've done this, but obviously this is now done, complete, published in the flesh. Have you been writing since? Are you on another book? This is it.
I don't know. I'm on another book, which is not easy. That one was so easy that I'm like, now having to actually try is not that I didn't
try that. Why is it just as easy again?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Learning the hard way that they're not all going to be kind of thing that just flies out. But no, I'm working on a second, maybe a third as well now, which are not related, but both include mysteries.
So, do you think like mystery is your vibe? You're like, this is where I like niches, and I'm gonna like ride that wave.
It seems to have become that, which is so weird because boy band initially was not that at all. It was a book about a boy band. Then maybe at some other point in the future I was going to write a mystery. Then they sort of came together, and that's where I've ended up, which is lovely. I love a mystery. So
I think
I'll
we all
keep
do. I think
going.
there's a lot. Yeah. I think we can all kind of get behind the mystery because we want to solve it. We get invested in the characters and the journeys. I'm that like, I really appreciate whenever I read a book that I can never work it out. But I'm always like, does that make me stupid? No. I just can never like, I watch the films and I'm like, who did it?
I'm really sorry, everyone. We need to stop the interview.
Okay.
Hold
on. Hold on one moment. Oh, shit.
Are you taking it off? Oh, okay. So sorry, Campfloor. Technical difficulties do happen. Been a bit of a situation, a bad situation actually, which is very, very strange considering we are in the middle of talking about murder. There has been a death at Camp YA. Pause for gasp. Gasp. And apparently it was an inside job.
Odd.
Right, okay, that's the thing. We are fictional, we don't have an active police force. That now means it's on you guys. All of you campers out there, we need your help to try and work out what has happened. Now, we believe in you. I know you guys can do this, but it's going to be a challenge. Time here is of the essence. The deceased is a notorious YA author. You might have heard of them. They're called Annalise Bloomsbury. She is the author of 12 very controversial, notorious YA books. And for all of her career, she's been marred by controversy. And now been crushed by a pile of books in our common room. Our worst fear, we've all had this fear, I had this fear every day, as you can see. She has been crushed by a pile of books. This death is being treated as suspicious. And at this time, everybody is a suspect. What do you mean everybody is a suspect? Okay. Everybody, apparently, everybody is like all quiet counsellors, Emma, Melissa, Lorna, me, apparently. Why am I a suspect? What is this about? Okay, guys, this is where you come in. We've been given exclusive access to some of the clues that might help you work out what actually happened. The next hour, our releasing these clues. As well as that, each of the counsellors is going to be interviewed on our Twitch stream, so make sure you do stay on the stream and keep checking back in. Quite frankly, I'd like to go first because I have no idea what the hell is going on. So this is crazy. Ava, you have written a book on murder mysteries. This is your field of expertise. You are now our resident expert. What advice would you give to all the campers out there trying to solve this mystery? Oh. Okay. Maybe not. Well, I'm sure her words are very wise and full of wisdom. Unfortunately, we are having difficulties again. It is Camboy after all. I shouldn't laugh because there's been a terrible, terrible, terrible event that's happened. So, like I said, make sure you go to our Twitter feed and check out the clues every couple of minutes that we'll be sharing with you. Use the hashtag CampYAWhoDoneIt and help us work out how this terrible, terrible event has happened. The first clue should be on Twitter right now. So go and check it out.
As you can see, guys, I am so terrified right now because what if they come after me next? But I need your help on this. I've got it up on the screen. You should all be able to see as we get these clues in real time, basically, right? Okay, so Stephen, you said you wanted to go first?
I want to go first, yeah.
Okay. Where were you at the time of the murder? Oh. Have I lost Stephen now?
I'm definitely here.
Okay. So where were you at the time of the murder?
Here. I've been all day. I've been sat in the common room, not the common room, sorry, the author lounge library, chatting to all our authors. I've been here all day. Everyone on the Twitch stream can see it. I have been here.
Okay, and how did you know the deceased?
I didn't know her. I've no idea who she is. I mean, obviously we've heard of her, like you hear of anyone, but I don't know her. Never met the woman.
Pretty sure we've seen you with her.
When? I was here all weekend. I've never met her, I told you.
Oh, there's some more clues here. What do you think she was going to write about you?
Me? Right? Why would she? I don't know. Why would she? I mean, why would anybody? I mean, I am very famous. Yes, this is a true fact. Like people like to write about me all the time, but I don't know what she would write about me. I told you, I don't know her. Who is she? Like, I mean, what's she writing about?
Okay. Where were you at 5:30 this evening?
Here, waiting to chat to Ava. Like, I've been here all day. I told you. This is ridiculous. Like, can I please go?
Okay. One last question. Who do you think would have a grudge against Annalise?
From what I've heard, everyone. She was not well liked, quite frankly. You could ask anyone. This is just common knowledge. I've never met the woman, but you hear enough about it. We're all in the same circles here. This woman apparently ruffled some feathers, and quite frankly, not surprised. Just gonna say it. Someone has to. So literally, could have been anyone. Look at Demet. She's been a bit shifty recently. No idea, quite frankly.
Okay.
Can I go now?
Oh God, this is so bad. Ava, do you want to help us? I don't want to keep you if, I'm so sorry that we interrupted your interview, but we really need to deal with this. So I don't know if you want to stay or You know, you can go if you'd like. I don't know how long this is gonna take.
Why are you crying?
Oh,
She wasn't a nice
there's no
person.
audio. Oh no. Well, Ava, how about if you can you can go and Demet or someone can talk to you. I think I need to keep interviewing. Okay, but thank you so much for joining us.
Yes, thank you so much, because I'm very sorry this happened to you on our time, which was such a great interview. Guys. Yeah, here we are.
It's terrible.
Still just sad.
Do we have any more clues?
Guys.
I'm trying to think. Okay, so we have a map. Everyone, if you're trying to help, I would recommend going onto the Twitter, and just looking. There's a map there of the campsite, and then what's this? Okay, so this is supposed to tell you where everyone is supposed to be.
And it tells you exactly where I was, where I said I was this whole time.
Okay. Let's see. Is there anything else? I think we're supposed to. Who else did you say it was? I think we're supposed to interview Lorna next. I think I need to talk to Lorna.
Please do. Can I go there? Because I have nothing to do with this at this point.
Yeah. Can you go? Can you go bring Lorna in, please?
Okay. Once again, no idea what's going on.
Hi. You're right.
Lorna. No, I'm scared. There's a murderer on the loose, don't you know?
It's really scary. I've just locked myself in this room. I'm not moving.
Okay, how do you know the deceased?
So I work in social media, so it's kind of hard not to know her because she's very vocal online, but she said a lot of things about a lot of people. Yeah, it's really sad.
Okay, do you think she was gonna write something about you?
Probably that she didn't like me, because she didn't. But there was no love lost between us.
Okay, so you're the social media manager for Camp YA, so
yeah.
I've heard someone's just mentioned that there's an account, a fake account or something. I'm trying to see it, but someone told me about it. Do you know how to you'd know how to set one up, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I'm the social media manager, but I think everyone knows how to set up a fake account on Twitter. I mean, everyone has a fake account, right? Right?
No, I don't.
Well, I'm helping with the war effort by posting all these clues.
Okay. Okay. Oh. That's horrible. That is horrible.
Wait, let me go on Twitter.
Who would do something like that?
Who would make that terrible thumbnail? I mean, it's really terrible. Not me. I can make better thumbnails than that.
Okay, well, where were you at 5:30 p.m. this evening?
I was supposed to be with Demet in the craft corner.
Okay. And who do you think would have a grudge against Annalise?
Who wouldn't? I mean, I don't. She's a very well-known person, but I think she might have rubbed a lot of people the wrong way over the years. I'm just gonna say that, but I'm very sad that she's gone.
Okay.
I do feel
I
for
think,
you.
okay, I think I need to just look at this a little bit more. Do you can you just give me some space? I need a few
Yeah, no,
minutes.
I'll go. I'll keep with the war effort and posting the clues. Hopefully you can find who did this. I will go. I hope you're going to be all right. Just stay strong, yeah?
Okay.
Bye.
Bye. Guys. This is terrifying. I mean, I'm kind of like isolated here. What if they come for me next? Can you can you God. I I know that not everyone liked her, but who would do such a thing? And also crushed by books? That's like one of my worst nightmares, because I'm genuinely scared of my bookshelf accidentally like falling over me one day. Okay. Okay, so we have this clue here. Okay. So it's a map. If you go on there, it'll show you, we've got the craft corner, the author interview lounge, a tuck shop, a food hall, a common room, and a tent site, okay? So then you can compare where everyone has already like said they were supposed to be at these times. Okay. So like everyone was, I don't know, supposed to be in various places this evening and this afternoon. So if you can go on there and you can help me, so like if you can look through these clues, I'm gonna retweet it as well in case you can't find it. I think I'm just gonna look through these clues for a few more minutes, and then I think hopefully we're gonna find some more clues, and then if I think maybe we should probably interview Melissa next. So maybe in a few minutes or something we'll figure that out. Whew. 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 My God, there are typos in the clues. Why? Could that mean something? Oh. Okay. What else do we have here? So we have this account, okay? So it's there's an Annalise Hate Club account. Should we take a look at that? I think we should take a look at that. How do we find that? Annalise Hate Club. I genuinely don't know how to use the Twitter app, guys. This is hilarious. How do I search? This is slowing down my my thing. Where is the search button? This is hilarious. This is a terrible app. I'm gonna be, oh, there it is. I'm gonna be hysterical. This is so bad. Okay. I can't spell. Annalise. Hey. Oh, wow. It's got 3 followers. What does that mean? Peace was never an option. Like, who would put that there? Who would do such a weird, a meme? Okay. Okay, what else is there? What is this? It was made a few days ago. Her books are terrible. They have no literary merit whatsoever. Hiss hiss. I wonder how quickly she died. Is that a terrible thing to ask? Like, can I ask that? Am I allowed to care about that, or is the only thing that matters that she's dead? I just want to know if she went quickly, you know? Or if she, you know, died a long, painful death due to crush injuries or something, you know, a brain bleed. I've been watching a lot of Grey's Anatomy lately, people. I've seen a lot of horrific things, especially as someone's died. Someone died in our camp. What if they cancel our camp? I'm not gonna survive if we don't have camp next year. Anyway, what was saying? So my boyfriend, he had a TV at his place that was bigger than my TV. So when he moved here, we brought his TV over, and it's so big and it can do 4K. And so we can see everything in gory detail. We can see people's pores. People's pores on TV. I don't know if that's worse or not than the gory stuff. Anyway, I don't know why I'm talking about this. I'm just losing my mind. Okay. What did Annalise do to this person? Why would this person do this? Also, that's gross. Okay. I am untethered and my rage knows no bounds. Well, my despair and my fear know no bounds right now. Father, I crave answers. Wonder if we're gonna get any more clues. I hate clowns. Especially, I hate the clown emoji. I hate the clown emoji more than I hate actual clowns, actually. The clown emoji is so clownish, and I know that's intentional, but it's just... it's stupid, okay? I like that one, though. That's a funny meme. I might save that for later and send that to my brother. I am actually reading that in Annalise's voice, because I think she has said that before. I'm not sure. And I'm getting a headache. I'm getting a headache from this. Okay. Do we have any more clues? Do we have any more? How do I get back to... So camp has all the clues. Camp YA Fest, there we go. Anything else? Wow. Even the Twitter app is... no, there's nothing else. Oh, there's more. There's more stuff. Oh my god. Okay. At this time, the death is being treated as suspicious. Leaked info shows that 3 of our counselors, Demet, Melissa, and Stephen, all had fingerprint matches on the deceased. But Stephen said he didn't know her. Stephen, why did you lie to us? Hey, what's this? Camp YA records show that Annalise wasn't a confirmed guest for this year's festival, so who invited her? Someone seemed to know she would be coming. What does this mean? Okay, but Stephen... okay, fingerprints might not prove that you did it, but why did you lie? Okay, do you guys... okay, I think maybe we should... maybe I should call someone else in. So Demet and Melissa both had fingerprints on the deceased, right? Hold on, let me just quickly, I'm just gonna call Melissa. Melissa, can you come? Sorry, Melissa. Can you come to the team chat, please? We'll just wait. She's on her way. I need to be collected before I interview her. I don't want to... my watch is charging, so I don't know what to do. Oh, it looks like... said I was going to be collected for this. Where were you at the time of the murder?
Okay.
No, I am not okay. Okay? Someone died. Someone died at camp. They're gonna cancel our camp. We will be. I don't know what. We will be cancelled. In this day and age of canceling, we will be cancelled because someone has died. Okay.
I mean, don't cancel things when people die. It's unfortunate. Don't technically cancel events.
Didn't they cancel, like, I can't remember what it was. It was one of those reality. It was that talk show where they bring the ridiculous situations, like my girlfriend slept with my dad type thing. I can't remember what it was called. It went on for ages, but someone died, and then they canceled that show. Okay, so don't tell me they don't cancel things because people die. My headphone is falling out.
Sorry, I'm trying not to laugh. I'm very upset by like
time like this. I'm so scared. Okay, where were you at the time of the murder? Okay, just answer the question. Where were you?
I was in the food hall. You know, you've seen all the videos that I've been posting with the campfire recipe ones. Did you see like my milkshake one? It was fantastic. But you know, I put a lot of time and effort into these. And someone's got to do it.
Made
it's
me
not
very
like any
hungry.
of the other ones. Exactly. I mean, you know, part of the reason why I do it. It just looks good. People want to make it and eat it. So, you know, but yeah, it's not like anyone else was going to do it. So I was busy doing more of the videos.
Okay. How did you know the deceased?
I knew Annalise because we used to be friends. But we had a falling out. So, yeah, I mean, once upon a time I would have been really upset over this, but I guess, you know, made a really bad mistake. So, I don't know, maybe the one that murdered her thought she deserved it. I'm not saying it's me, because it wasn't, because, you know, I was in the food hall. But I couldn't have done it. But, you know, I might understand.
Okay. Do you think she was going to write something about you? And if so, what?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, we were friends, so you know, we knew a lot about each other. May or may not have been some things that she could say, things that might make herself look better. She was really good at that. Like, she was really good at making me be the bad guy, and then making her look like the golden child. You know, so yeah.
Okay.
Shouldn't have
As one of
stolen
the
from me.
organizers. Sorry?
That she shouldn't have stolen from me.
This is so much information. I'm really hoping someone else here at camp is taking all of this information in and processing it, because I need all the help I can get.
Breathe. Got a next question for me. What is it?
As one of the organizers, you would know who was coming into camp and where they were going to be at all times, yes?
Of course I did, but so did everyone else that was on the team.
Okay, and who do you think would have a grudge against Annalise?
To be honest, there could be a lot of people. I mean, you're trying to ask me if I didn't like her, then no. But hell, the real bad grudge, I have more important things to worry about it. At all.
I think I need to breathe, and I think I saw some more clues, but what did she steal from you?
Ideas. I was writing this really great story. Yes. Like I said, we used to be friends. As I said, I have better things to do with my life. I have the next novel in my head that I need to start writing. Am I annoyed that she stole it? Yes. As I said, I don't really hold a grudge. I'm annoyed, but, you know, move on, go ahead.
No, but you have a really good motive, okay? If she stole from you...
See these books here? I have more to write.
Okay.
Like, I have more books out than her. So, you know, doing better than her. She's just not worth my time.
Have you seen these other clues?
No. I mean, I haven't really looked at Twitter, to be honest. Let me have a look.
Sorry, I can't get past this. Like, you must have been you, right?
I must have been me. Hi.
I can't think of who else would do it.
I'm sure that there's loads more people that, you know, don't like her and had better motives. Do you look at Lorna?
I've spoken to Lorna already.
Yeah, so, you know, because I saw that, like, her account that was set up. She would have known how to do it, that's all I'm saying.
Okay,
There's also, you know, a #1 fan that might have gone crazy.
Okay. Well, okay. Can you do me a favor? Can you go and find Demet? Just give me a few minutes. But can you go find her and tell her to come see me in a few minutes? I just need to sort through what I've got so far. Okay?
I'll go call her. Talk to you later. Bye.
Thank you. Oh lordy. Okay, so someone invited her from the... But we all have access to the Twitter account, I think. So who sent these messages? Can't do something to someone I didn't even know I wasn't even meeting. Okay. The spreadsheet is my baby. Okay. This is Demet's baby. Demet loves this spreadsheet. And as you can see, there are many tabs on this spreadsheet. And there is a specific tab on this. My baby. Ah! Who's there? Did you guys hear that? Oh my god. Do you think the murderer is here to get me as well? Guys, I'm scared. I'm so scared. And there's more. Just because I might have been close, that does not mean I did it. This is ridiculous. Okay, wait, is there more? Please tell me there's more. There's more. Not okay, so Demet says it's not her. She's too busy. Lorna says she has more important things to do than touch the spreadsheet. We've been anonymously sent these screenshots of conversations Annalise had recently. Could this also be the Twitter troll? Someone seemed very distressed. That's a lot of caps, all caps, isn't it? And there are so many typos. I hate typos. They drive me crazy. I hate it when there are typos in my own writing. Especially on Twitter, you know, when you write something on Twitter and just after you pressed the post button, actually no, that's okay because then you can quickly delete it and rewrite it. It's more like once your tweet has like made some traction and then you go back and you reread it and then you notice the typo and you're like, well damn. Okay, so we've got typos, we've got that's a good question. My heart is racing. Breathe. Okay, I wonder if Demet's almost here. Let me check. Demet, are you on your way? Okay, I'll see you in a sec. Okay. And she says she's gonna be here. There she is.
Danny!
I am freaking out.
I mean, I'm freaking out. How could you not freak out?
Earlier. I heard a noise earlier and I'm so scared that someone's gonna get to me next because, you know, I've been accidentally, you know, making mistakes in the stream and maybe people are gonna take like offense to that. I mean, there are certain people in this group that have a grudge against me from last year because I caught them singing on the stream. You know who, right?
I do. I do.
What?
But do you really think, I mean, there's a big difference between you and Alice, right?
Yeah, but I messed up the one recipe video this morning. And what if it was Melissa? And Melissa hates me for that. And what if she goes against me?
I'm not happy about this. Don't make me paranoid.
Okay, where were you at the time of the murder?
Well, I was with Lorna, as I was supposed to be. We were in the craft corner, like, all afternoon.
Okay. And how did you know the deceased?
That's such a... We all knew her. You could not know her. You know that. Like, I used to see her at book events. I used to go to all of her book, like, events when they were happening.
Okay. You have a reputation as being one of her more, loyal fans. Do you think you crossed the line at all?
Do you mean the letters? I mean, they were just letters. You know that. I mean, she just needed to understand that those characters were ours now too, and she couldn't just not continue writing. Like, someone needed to tell her that. That doesn't mean I want to kill her. I want her to continue writing.
I mean, there is that one book, I think it's a Stephen King book, about the fan, you know, just saying.
I mean, you're talking to the wrong person. I would read Stephen King books.
I wouldn't read Stephen King either. I'm just basing this off hearsay. I think that there is a book that involves a crazy fan that kills the author. I don't know what it's called. We've had a lot of Stephen King fans on this in Cap.
We did. I'm not one of them. Are you trying to frame me?
Frame? I've been here trying to keep the stream running the whole time. I can't be the suspect.
I mean, you did pre-records where you could have run away.
But I've been here. You can ask everyone. I've been talking in people's ears as the voice of God.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, anyway, it's not about me. It's about you, okay? It's about you. What do you think she's going to write about you? Or what did you think? Because she's dead now, so she can't write about anyone anymore.
I mean, let's be honest. She just wanted to paint me as a villain. She just wanted me to look like this obsessed fan, you know? But we used to be friends. You always forget the little people. And it was just not right what she was doing. Like...
Okay, who would you say had a grudge against her? Do you have a grudge against her?
I just wanted to write more books, okay? Was that so much to ask for? Like... I wouldn't kill for that. Would you?
No. I don't have the energy. I'm so tired.
The only reason you're not
laughing at a time like this. I think we're too old for this. We're too old to kill someone, you know? We're too tired. Adult life is so hard. Wait.
That's an interesting... I mean...
But no.
If that's your argument, then then we're clearly sure that I'm not it, because I'm the oldest one here, right? Like, I'm just done with the world.
How old is Melissa?
Younger. Don't ask me for numbers.
Okay. She has more energy than us.
She does.
I'm just saying.
But I mean, if you go by age...
Stephen is always going out, right? Like, he has so much more energy than us.
That is true.
I'm tired all the time.
We are.
Okay.
We're just tired human beings. All I wanted was to read more books and run a festival and not have drama, and here we are.
Okay. Okay. We have more clues. Okay. So many more clues. Okay, look, I'm gonna keep looking through the clues. Can you go and keep the rest of the campers, like, and the rest of our guests calm? Whilst we, like, maybe escort them off the property. You can. I don't know if COVID rules allow that.
I mean, I can't escort them off, but I can tell them to leave. True. And then they can walk in their groups of 2 or 6.
Okay.
Is that okay with you?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna leave you now. Bye.
Thank you for being here.
You're welcome.
Who would send these messages? There's gonna be a confrontation. Oh no. So, I mean, it could be Melissa, right? I'm genuinely scared of Melissa sometimes. She might have done it. He isn't. That is a good point, Claire. He, as in Stephen, did he try to stop her from coming because he knew that the bad blood between Melissa and the victim? Oh. That's interesting. Let's see if there's anything else. There has to be more, right? I still don't know who it could be. There's more. Okay. There's no more. Why is there no more? What? There is more. That's in front of my bookshelf. See? They do know each other. They do know each other. And oh my god. What's this? Oh my god, it's like what Demet was referring to, the letters. I'd only heard about the letters, but wow. This is expressive. Okay, so God, there's so much. Okay. There must be more. And then I think I might need to go take a break. I'm so scared. Guys, I really need your help. I don't know what it is, and I'm really hoping that there's more. You know? There's no more. Why is there no more? What is this? Wait, whoa. We searched for... Okay, Daddy, calm down. Calm down. Hold on. I don't feel safe with this open. Someone could come in at any moment. What is happening? No one can open the door without making a lot of noise and moving that heavy box. Okay. Okay, we searched for copies of the supposed tell-all book, but all we could find was this ripped page, which had fallen down the side of a chair. What is it? Wait. It's got our names in it. Melissa, Stephen, we're all mentioned in this? Was she writing about us? Was she writing about... See, look, I am convinced. It could be Melissa, maybe? So maybe I'm not so convinced. But Stephen's also mentioned in this, and he lied to us, right? Like, so... Melissa's annoyed with Annalise for stealing her ideas. Stephen clearly knows Annalise, but he's lying about it. I don't think it could be Lorna because she's just been like so apathetic, but if she's so apathetic, maybe that's because she didn't care about Annalise. And then, like I said, there is that book. Did somebody mention the book? There's a book, right? From Stephen King, I think it is, with the crazy fan. So could be Demet. Demet's not too happy with her. We saw that in those emails, right? So look, this is too much for me to take right now. So I'm gonna let you all think. I'm gonna think. Everyone just think. Maybe just like send in your yeah, like who did it? Like, let us know who you think did it. Let me know, actually, because I don't trust any of them right now. I'm not gonna go and see any of them because any of them could be the murderer. I'm so scared. Any of them could be the murderer. They might come after me next. And I need your help, guys. Okay? Send in your clues, or like, yeah, send DM. I don't know, is DM? Because I don't think that we should send the clues to the camp. Yeah, so don't send them to the camp YA, Instagram, Twitter, because like I don't trust them. How about you DM me on Twitter, okay? My DMs will be open. Send me who you think it was and tell me why, okay? Tell me why. Why, and we'll come back tomorrow and we'll go over everyone's ideas, and hopefully we will please don't DM the Camp YA thing, because whoever did it has access to the Camp YA DMs. They might delete the private message, right, the DM, before I can see it. So I need you to DM it to me. Danny_reviews. Okay? Danny_reviews. DM me. We're gonna figure this out, okay, everyone? We will figure this out. And in the meantime, I'm gonna go crawl up into the corner, curl up with my Baby Yoda and my Kindle, and try to calm down and relax, because this has been a long day. Okay? It's been a long day. I'm so tired. Okay? And I'm so scared. So, thank you so much, everyone, for your help in advance. You've been great. I'm sorry, I need to change this.